So as a historic country, China was one of the first country to have a medical culture. In comparison with Western medicine, Chinese medicine takes a far different approach. During these 5,000 years, it formed a unique knowledge of medical science and theory, including qi. In English, we call this energy flow, and also Yin-Yang and Wu-Xing theory. So I think it's totally different from the Western medicine. The prescription of Chinese medicine is called Chinese herbs. So in Chinese, we call it 中药. In Japanese, probably we can call it 漢方薬. The ancient Chinese people looked for drugs from natural source, especially from a variety of plants. For example, the leaves, flowers, roots, and even the barks of the plants. So that is why we call this kind of drug herbs. Some of the prescription of Chinese medicine also use parts of animal and even minerals for drugs. For example, this deer horn and tortoise cells, and also this amber are very valuable Chinese herbs. It costs a lot, I think. And some very toxic minerals. For example, this arsenic trioxide. Everybody knows it's a very toxic compound. But in ancient China, and even now, so many doctors try to use this arsenic trioxide to treat leukemia. This is a very serious blood disease. Chinese herbalists record the property and the efficacy of herbs to form a large number of literatures, many of which are handed on generation by generation until now. One of the oldest literature of Chinese herb was compiled more than 2,000 years ago. 神农本草经 and 本草纲目 are two most important and classic books, so which are still on the shelf of many Chinese doctors. So these two books collected more than 5,000 different kind of herbs. Previously, Chinese people used to made the herb into decoctions or large round pears to drink or eat. However, so these are too difficult for children and the Western people. So to address this issue, currently Chinese herbs are usually produced to sweet creams and also smaller pears. It's much easier to take by patients. And right now we can find many drugstores of Chinese herbs all over the world. So one of the most famous drugstore of Chinese herbs in Beijing is Tongren-Tang. It has a history of more than 300 years. And until now, it's still selling many kind of traditional Chinese herbs. In Hong Kong also, there are many traditional many drugstores for traditional Chinese herbs. So we can say this kanji, this means the drug already produced, so the patient can take as it is. You don't need to boil with water and make some pills. And even in Singapore, we can also find many drugstores for Chinese herbs. And in Japan, also we can find the stores for kanboyaku. So this picture is taken in Matsumoto Kiyoshi, so maybe everybody knows. Almost, I think more than 100 kind of kanboyaku are in sale in Matsumoto Kiyoshi. So if you go to this store, you can please have a look.